guys, it's me, and I just thought that I would talk to you guys about something that I feel will be beneficial to anybody looking to get into hairdressing and into a career, stepping into the doorway of a hair salon. This video is going to be designed for people who are looking for a salon assistant position, or people who have just gotten out of hair school and want to get a foot in the door, or even if you're in hair school, or if you're wanting to start as an apprentice. So this is more of a entry into the industry kind of video rather than a getting a job while you're already in the industry video. I don't know. I just think that out there's a lot of positions open, and there's a lot of people who are going through hair schools who are being promised all these things, like they'll get a job instantly and they'll flourish through the industry. And realistically speaking, it's not necessarily going to work out that way. There was a girl that I interviewed years ago at one of my old salons when I was managing, and she was in hair school. She wasn't confident in anything, and honestly, we were not in the position to retrain her, which was unfortunate because it would have been great to, she was a really nice person. It would have been great to have her on board. Now, I think that personally, you need to be responsible for your education as a stylist. And what I mean by that is that you need to be aware that there are things that are against you if you've gone through a fast track course. There is a lot of preempted bias, and it's not your fault. This is actually the fault of some mediocre government funded schools who have been basically regularly pumping through students from overseas, marking people off without them being competent, and sending them out into the world to get funding. Now, that is not every school, and I know that a lot of those schools, there has been audits, schools have been shut down, and it is a problem in the industry because it has caused a lot of people to give bias. They feel personally that people from a school are mediocre. Now, that is on paper. That is how they see it on paper. That does not necessarily mean that you yourself are mediocre, because we all know that we can make what we can. So I'm going to give you a few tips on how to get into that doorway. And I think these tips are relevant to people who are also wanting to step into the industry or come back to the industry. I have a resume, and on my resume, I've actually put on the top right hand corner with all of my contacts, I've actually put my social media for hairdressing. So I have an Instagram that has all of my hair work on it, and it has all of my hair work from all of the salons I've been to where I've taken photos. I think that this is really important because they can actually see where you've come from, how you're progressing, what you're doing now, which is right at the top for them to see. And I think that it also is beneficial because a lot of the time some workplaces will search for your social media, and if you post that, they've got some social media to look through. They can see your portfolio, and they can see what you can do, what you're not necessarily great at, but you're working on. I think that it's a really, really beneficial asset to help you get a foot into the industry. The next thing that I recommend you do is, if you are in hair school, try and get a salon assistant job, or even if they offer you it, you might as well swap into an apprenticeship, because obviously pick the right salon, if you feel you fit well with the salon, then I think that it's beneficial for you, because you will have that salon industry experience, and I personally think that salon industry experience is very valuable, and even if you are in a school, you won't necessarily learn that. And I think that if you want to flourish in the industry, it's better to have that support for yourself. Another thing you can do is go in, practice, and make sure that your work is as perfect as possible. Take all of your teachers' time. Like, you are there to learn, so learn. There are so many students at every hair school I've been to, and you know what they do? They just sit there like this. Like, why would that benefit you? Because when you're at school, you are there to learn. You can make mistakes, you can ask questions. You might as well just make sure that you're getting the best out of your schooling and out of your environment there. Because once you're out of there, you don't have that school support anymore. And I think that it's worth milking it for what it's got. Because if you don't milk your education, then you're going to be behind, because apprentices are getting basically a double load of education. You have your apprenticeship and you have your normal kind of schooling thing. So they're not only just learning what you are learning at school, they're also learning what is being taught at the salon as well. And sometimes, yes, it's not the best, but sometimes it is extraordinary. And you cannot, in my personal experience, you cannot match what is out there. You need to make sure that any salon that you apply for is fit for you. Don't go and hand in 50 resumes and take the job that you first get offered, because you want to make sure that it's fit for you. A trial is not just for a salon, it's for you as well, and you want to make sure that you're happy there, that you like the people, that you're going to flourish. And always, please, always ask them about a training plan, because so many salons don't have any form of training plan, and it is really crucial that you know what your plans for the future are. You know, some kind of structure, how you're going to be a benefit to them and how they're going to be a benefit to you. Anyway, I hope that that's helpful for people who are looking for a job when they've gone through the schooling system. I hope it's helpful for people who are looking for a job, because if you have a creative personality, you can also do like that kind of stuff in your Instagram too. Just keep it professional. Anyway, I will leave you at that. Toodles!
They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these shit I've been chasing.